it's basically you're a salesperson, right? And you're trying to sell yourself. I mean, in a way.
Okay.
And a salesperson has to
Yeah.
knock on doors, and they're gonna get no, and then they're gonna get a yes. And you have to be able to withstand all the rejections in order to get to your yeses.
I love
But
that.
it's not personal, right?
I am so excited about today's episode because I have my Teddy. Well, his name is Will, and I just call him Teddy.
Hello.
He is here. Oh my gosh. All right. Today's mission for me is to tell you guys, actually for us, to share our story of when we met.
Dun dun dun.
I'm like, this night was so, okay, I have to tell you the story for so many reasons, but like one of my biggest things that I'm telling all of you is the crazy love method is something that I came across right after 3 million assholes that I was dating, and I was just exhausted by all these assholes. So I was like, I'm no longer going to waste time with the wrong guys, and I came up with a way to date where I never had to talk to a guy for more than an hour, right? So I was going out not looking for anybody. I was just being really present. Like that's just something that is something I need to tell you. A lot of women are like, oh, but I'm not dating right now. But the next thing you know, they're like hooking up with somebody, and then months and years go by and they're with the wrong guy, right? So my whole point is I had this moment of clarity, right? I was no longer going to waste time with the wrong guys, but I wasn't looking for anybody. I was just living my best life, feeling amazing and feeling happy, right? So that's where my head was at the night I met Will, okay? So I got to set that up for you a little bit. I was living in South Miami, and I'm born and raised in Miami, and Teddy, you can tell him too.
Me too. Born and raised. Parents were born and raised Miami all the way. 305.
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said 305. Okay. So there we are. Well, there I was living in South Miami. Okay. And I used to go to this bar, like I mentioned before, right? Bougainvillea. And my dad, he was like, Jackie, you need to move from South Miami. You should go to Brickell, where it's like all these nice young professionals, and you're going to meet someone of substance. You know, I'm 25 years old. I have I told him, I go, Dad, I really don't care to meet anybody of substance. I just don't care. Like, I'm not looking for anybody. And my dad's like, look, Jackie, just give it a chance. Just take a look. So I looked at Brickell. I was working a great job at this school and making great money, well, decent money, right? And I saw this apartment and I really loved it. And I said, you know what? Why not? I'm going to listen to my dad. And that's a whole other episode that I'll do about my dad, right? And so there I am. I moved into Brickell on the River. And for anybody in Miami listening, they still have it. Brickell's awesome. And I'm living there, and I don't know the area, so I invite some of my friends over. Okay, so stay with me. Here I am, super happy and single, not looking for anybody. I invite some friends over, and I'm like, let's explore this town. Okay, this is like crazy how the universe works. Okay, I've never really been in this area. I start walking around, and I bump into a place, and I stop in because of the music that I hear. It's Cuban live music, and I'm
with the DJ in the back.
Yes, that's right, with the DJ. What was the name, babe?
Spam All Stars.
Spam All Stars. So I am like, oh my gosh, that sounds so good. Let me go in here. Let's hang out. Okay. As I'm hanging out there with my friends, you guys, this is how important, like, every little decision matters. Like, there's a guy there, and he's a friend, but I've already deleted him. I've already said bye-bye. I've said bye-bye to him in the past already. But he's there, and he's like, hey, trying to dance with me. He wants to dance with me. And I say bye-bye. Like, I don't, like, literally say bye-bye like that, but I said, no thanks. And I
You want to be
away.
available, right?
Yes, exactly. I wanted to be available for the universe to, like, okay, this isn't my person. I've already gone there. That's another episode. You'll hear all about that story. But, like, I was like, no, this isn't my person. I'm not going to waste my time. I want to be available, leave space, right? So I go off to the bar. I'm hanging out with my girlfriends, drinking a drink. And then I look over and I see across the dance floor, like some cute guy smiling at me.
That's me.
That is you. So I was like, okay, so this is something that I really want you to hear, okay? Because this, even though this happened 16 years ago, this is still so relevant. Like, this happens all the time, okay? So when I see him smile at me, I smile. Okay, so that's a green light. Okay, babe, talk about the green light. Tell him.
Yeah, it's kind of your invitation to walk over, introduce yourself, maybe buy a drink, whatever the situation is.
Yeah. And actually, I want you to share with them what you had said to me about like all your rejections before, like that night, because when you smiled at me and I smiled back at you, right? He didn't walk up to me yet. I turned away and then I turned back to him and he is smiling at me. Creepy. You're a stalker. No, he's just cute and sweet and he's smiling at me and I smile again. So there, that tells you what. So you just said
you go in for the kill.
Go in for the kill.
No, you go in, you ask to dance. That's it.
Awesome, exactly. But remember you told me somewhere along the line in our lives, you're like, at that point you had that courage to go up to women.
Yeah. I mean, you have to go through, many rejections and be accepting the no's because you're gonna get no's 9 times out of 10 at least. I think the average guy is, and then you get the yes and you go in there for it.
I absolutely love it because you were rejected so many times.
Okay, not so many times. A few times.
And listen to me, we're gonna be honest about everything.
I got some acceptances here and there.
Okay, but wait a second. I love that you were putting yourself out there, before the rejections. And I really, I feel like this can speak to anyone, women, men. When you were first at, putting yourself out there and getting rejected, how did it first initially feel? Did it?
And at first it feels awful. You get out there, and I've never been into going to clubs so much, but I got out of a lengthy relationship, and so I was young, in Miami, trying to just have fun with my friends and go out. So, you go up to a girl, she says no, okay, you feel bad, but then you got to get over it, and you just play the numbers game and you start asking, over and over again, and then when you get your yeses, you enjoy those wins and keep moving on.
Okay, and I want to stop there for a second because you said you would feel bad, but then you kind of just kept going.
Yes. You can't dwell on it.
You can't dwell on it, but I feel like, yes or no, did you ever feel like when a woman rejected you, you felt like, oh, like I'm not good enough?
Oh, I mean, yeah, you'll feel like that in the first one. I mean, you have to have a right mindset, right? You have to know not everybody is compatible with everybody, and not everybody thinks everybody else is attractive.
Wait a second, right there. That's so gold right there. Wait, because I feel like I know that I used to feel this way, and a lot of people that I work with feel this way. When someone rejects them, like not calls them back, doesn't text them back, doesn't want to date them or get serious or something, they take it personally. Like they're like, what's wrong with me? Like I remember feeling that way. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm not enough.
It's natural.
Yeah. So I love that you said, well, you get to the point where you realize not everyone's compatible with everybody. So it's not like when you go up to somebody, it's easier to have courage, right? When you at that point, because you're like, oh, if this person rejects me, it's not because I'm a loser or something's wrong with me, right? No, it's like that's not my person.
Right. Yeah, and you move on to the next. It's basically you're a salesperson, right? And you're trying to sell yourself. I mean, in a way.
Okay.
And a salesperson has to knock on doors, and they're gonna get no, and then they're gonna get a yes, and you have to be able to withstand all the rejections in order to get to your yeses.
I love that.
But it's not personal, right? It's
not personal. I love that. I think that's such good freaking advice. So there he is. He's courageous. He's used to getting yeses and nos, and he doesn't even care one way or the other. But wait a second. On that note, I don't feel so special anymore. I'm like, what? Wait a second. Were you just like, oh, let me just like
I was
smile
not
at-
out looking for a relationship. I was just looking to go out with some friends and, you know, dance with a girl. Yeah.
Then, hey.
You were that girl.
Hey.
Hey, lucky lady.
Oh my God. Oh, wow. Okay. So then when you come up to me, when you got the green light, you
Yes.
guys, let me please don't like, miss the point here on the green light. I feel like if I didn't smile, like, I know you, seriously, I'm calling a lot of you out right now. Okay. You have seriously been in places where there's like a nice guy smiling over you and you're like, oh, you see him smiling at you and you just turn away and you're just like, oh, but he didn't walk up to me. And I'm like, well, did you smile? Like, did you give him a signal? Like no, but he should have just done it. I'm like, well, no, that's bullshit. Right?
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
Right. I feel like, come on.
You need the like you said, the green light to go in and introduce yourself and,
Like, throw the guy a bone. Like, I feel like, and also something that I love that Will told me early on in our relationship is that he was like, I can't read your mind. He's like, I want to make you happy. I absolutely love you. Like, down the road, we were dating. And he's like, I can't read your mind. And that was like, oh my gosh, that's so true. Because there's so many moments that I just expect you to know everything that I'm thinking. And so I feel like you guys take this to heart, like for real. They cannot read our minds. You cannot read your minds. So make sure you give them a green light, right? So here you are. You got a green light from me. Second smile. You come on over and go ahead. You ask me to dance. And we start dancing.
Start dancing.
Okay. And we start talking. And oh my God. And then you told me about you went to MIT.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I think I was even wearing my MIT ring.
No, you did, because I didn't believe you. You said you said, oh yeah, because I went to MIT, like, and I'm like, no, you didn't. And okay, you guys, side note, seriously, my mom always wanted me to go to MIT, and I was thinking, oh my God, next best thing, date a guy that went to MIT. I'm like, this is perfect. But when he said it, I thought it was like a pickup line. I was like, no, you didn't. So then he's like, oh yeah, here's my ring.
It's a solid line. It's a solid. No.
Shut
I'm just
up.
kidding.
No, but seriously, be honest.
I'll be honest. I've never used it before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I feel so special. I do. I love it. And he's like, this is my beaver ring. Like, because the beaver is
The
like,
beaver is MIT's mascot. Yes, unfortunately.
for so many reasons. So I see the ring and now I believe him. I'm like, okay, there he is. He's the real deal MIT guy. And we're talking and I'm like, this is a nice guy. And then what did you try to do?
And then, you take the next step. You go in for a kiss. That's
Okay, now.
step 2.
This is such an important rule of mine.
And what did you do to me?
Yeah, I gave you the cheek.
Yeah, I know you went.
Okay, now this is important from my perspective, okay? And you're going to hear what Will thinks from his perspective, okay? So many times I have always led with the physical. I'm like, oh, if I want to keep the guy around, I need to kiss him, make out with him, whatever he wants to do, I'm going to do to make him love me, right? At that point when I met Will, I had gone through that aha moment of like, wait a second, I am not going to do shit with anybody. Like, there's no way, because I want to get to know them. I want to get to know them first and have an emotional connection, and it has something to do with the physical. So it was I'm telling you, ladies, I know a lot of you can, like, this resonates with you, because we are in a world, in a time where, oh my gosh, yes, you make out, you have sex the first date, second date, and I am putting the brakes on that shit. Like, I'm telling you, that night that I met Will and all the guys I had gone on dates with up to that point, after I, had that aha moment, I didn't kiss anybody. Because nobody was worth that kiss. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that kiss is valuable. And I think that we're giving it away, us amazing freaking women, we're giving it away so easily. We're not valuing that enough. What do you feel about that, babe?
Well, having 2 little girls, I 100% agree.
Oh my God, you're so fucking cute. I can't stand how adorable you are. It's true, right? Oh my God. Oh. Are you getting choked up talking about your girls?
No.
Oh my God, that's so fucking cute.
I think it's a very good lesson. And quite honestly, I probably was more intrigued, after that night to call you, whatever it was, a few days later and all that. So.
Oh my God, you see this? Oh my God, I absolutely love this. Because sometimes we feel like, oh no, if we don't kiss, if we don't do something, the guy's not going to be interested. Bullshit. The guy, this guy. And this is so true, you guys. Like, when you go slow and you value yourself and you really want to have an emotional connection with someone, guess what? The guy wants to have an emotional connection with you too when he's looking for something or if he's ready for something real. You know what I mean, babe?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like in the past, right, when you were like talking to girls and stuff, it wasn't the norm, girls kissing you off the bat or what? Like the ones that didn't reject you. The ones that said yes.
No, I mean, yeah, I've kissed a girl on the dance floor.
Babe, we're not gonna get in trouble. Like, we're married. It's okay.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, this is a long time ago.
Okay.
It's happened. You dance and then you kiss on the dance floor. That's not unheard of. So
yeah, but okay, like, let's keep things really real.
Yeah.
Like, hooking up on the first night, even going home, having sex, like, that happens.
Yeah.
Your experience with that, were you like, oh, let me have a serious relationship with this girl? Or
no, at the time I wasn't looking for a serious relationship. I was just out there having fun with some friends, and like I said, I after dancing I went in for a kiss and got the cheek, so it was like, okay. And we had a great conversation too, so it was like, that was intriguing. Okay. I was like, why didn't she give me her lips? why did I get the cheek? All these things kind of played into like, okay, this is a interesting person I need to need to call.
But I wonder if I did make out with you that night. Like, what would have happened if I like just went home and we had sex?
Yeah, Juliana would be a couple years older.
Yeah. If Juju would be 13 years old. No, but seriously, do you think that we would be here? I don't know. Like, I feel like I love how we really got to get to know each other,
right, and
develop that connection. Like, honestly, you guys, it was my rule waiting 1 month before we had sex. And I think that really helped us grow our relationship and get really close.
Absolutely. A lot of just hanging out together, a lot of watching, I think, The Office or something like that. We would watch, TV, hang out. You'd play guitar. Like, it was just a lot of, actual building of a friendship, a relationship that, might have, gone awry if you, sped into it too fast with intimacy.
Yeah, 100 million%. So, okay, so we have like a lot of lessons in this episode. Okay, so you give the guy the green light. You go slow. So it's a green light to dance, but it's not like, oh, yeah, we're going to make out, right? And this is something that I feel like you guys have to really take away from this episode, okay? I had an option to hang out with a guy, a friend of mine that we've hooked up in the past. And it would have been like, oh yeah, I'm just hanging out with my friend. It's comfortable. I've been there, done that, and it's comfortable. I made a decision after, because I had that crazy love method in my head. I knew how valuable my time was, and I wasn't going to spend a second with the wrong person, okay? That decision literally like changed my life. You see what I'm saying? I walked away and I saw Will, like, it was within 2 or 3 minutes. Do you understand? If not, if I was dancing with that guy, Will, would you have been smiling at me?
100% no.
Why? No, tell them. I don't know.
I'm not gonna. It's like it's a signal that you're taken. So I'm not
gonna.
Yeah.
Yes, like I was.
Even if you weren't dating him or his girlfriend, like, I don't know that. I just see you dancing with somebody. I'm gonna say, oh, okay, keep moving on.
Please, please, please. Think about the people that you are chatting with, you're talking to, sleeping with, your exes that keep haunting you and coming around, and you keep saying yes and giving green lights to all the wrong people. Please create space in your life for the universe to give you your person. Okay? Because I know that they are around you. You just need to be fucking available. No, it sounds easy, but it's not. Because it feels good to be wanted and desired and loved. Like when that friend of mine was like, "Oh, I want to dance with you." Like to my ego, that's like, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty hot. I'm cute. He likes me." Okay. No, bullshit. Like that's not what I want. Like my focus is I'm not gonna waste time with the wrong guys. And I've been there, done that wrong. Bye bye. You know what I'm saying, guys? I am so happy that you joined us today, Teddy.
Me too.
On the next episode, I'm so excited, you guys. You have to tune in because we're going to share our first date. And I know a lot of you are taking going on first dates, and it's a big deal. It really is important because that first hour of that first date is everything. Okay, so that will be our next episode. Thank you for being here, for listening, for connecting. Make sure to look at the links below and share your ahas or your anything, breakthroughs. Maybe you're going to own your shit. You're going to be like, oh my God, I need to stop like hooking up with all the wrong guys. Yes. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.